Alrighty, we are live. We're actually on time. What a surprise. The idea of me actually being live on the dot for once? Less likely than you'd think, unfortunately. I'm usually like 1 minute late. Usually at least 1 minute late. But today we're here. We're back with some Zomboid. If I remember correctly, we were about to loot the police station of all of its guns. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, I went and played volleyball today, just at a local park with some friends. Look at how banged up I am. I'm a little. I'm a little dinged up. I was doing some ducks and dives. Maybe not intentional dodges, but there were certainly a couple of them. There were at least a couple of times where I was not quite paying attention. My first game back after a winter of being extremely sedentary, so it's waking up the nervous system and being like, hey, we actually have to kind of like position ourselves and not just stand there and be like, ball, the ball's coming towards me. Huh, maybe I should do something about that. But no, it was good. Oh my god. I forgot that they actually had a lot of stuff. Do I have a vehicle for this? Do I have a vehicle to store all of this stuff? It's a lot of stuff. Um, uh, we at least know that we have it opened up, which is good. We got the morgue in here. Do they have? We have a couple of things in here. A fleshing tool. What are they doing that with that in a morgue? Shoulder holster can hold two. I mean, all of this stuff is useful, but it's just less immediately useful. What if I tried to set up in here? We're downtown enough. I think it's easy enough to like set up a barrier too. Let's double check. It's not like we are we can have a couple of different safe houses. Just having things cleared out is huge. Important stuff. Oh, they don't have ice cream in the freezer down here? For shame, for shame. All these flushing tools make me. It's certainly some kind of way. They don't really have a whole lot here, huh? Leather-bound book. The Blood. Hi, Knife. Welcome, welcome. So we're in the police station. We successfully got a key for the police station, so we could get a lot of guns and ammo and go shooting. That may have to be saved for another day, but specifically like tomorrow in game. Can you sleep on this? Sleeping comfort average. You know what? Time to loot the fuck out of it. Yes. Hell, I could move one of these upstairs. There's like nothing going on down here. Most of this stuff is just like sleeping on a gurney is crazy. Oh, don't forget that it's a gurney that's used by the morgue. It's a lot of camera film. What, you don't want to sleep on some place that has definitely held a dead body? Why not? You got a rifle down here? Oh, okay. They got a lot of stuff down here. Metal baseball bat. That's huge. Hang on. Equip the nightstick on like a belt. Attach this to the back. And then we can just put that there. Magazine, legalize it. Hemp growing season. Yes, yes. That's not my concern. What? What's wrong with sleeping on a gurney, hmm? Sleeping where a body's been, I don't care. The gurney itself, that's the problem. This looks like the evidence room. Uncomfortable, no pillow. Yeah, yeah, that's reasonable. Gotta get myself a pillow at least. Do I not have the key for this? I thought I had the key. Man. Hang on, where's that hatchet? I'm busting down this door. This is probably confiscated stuff, too. Unless I want to pull more zombies in here just to see if they have the chance to do so. Where's that hatchet? Gary Paulson, where you at? Zero. Zero on the sharpness. Oh yeah, I also had Chinese takeout in my back pocket. Oh, that's fully sharpened. All right, well, let's eat up on those shrimp dumplings and fried shrimp. Why double shrimp though? Here's Johnny. Yup. Gotta eat the double shrimp. I think I'm also gonna act like you wouldn't eat double shrimp. I would eat it if it was there, but I'm not gonna order double shrimp. I'm gonna be like, I want to get a little bit. I want to make sure that I get like a wide variety of things. I don't need a ton of any one thing. I love shrimp. I love shrimp too. Can I fast forward this? Haven't eaten it in so long. Shrimps. Shrimps is bugs, and you know what? Bugs are delicious. I would eat bugs in a heartbeat. Oh, am I triggering them? Hang on. Let's move this. We will sleep in the closet this evening. Witchetty grub. I'd eat witchetty grub. I feel like if you season that well, it would be fine. I don't mind a little witchetty grub. Why is this glass? You know what? Maybe we should move this. But yeah, again, just like, sure, I'll eat witchetty grub, cook it well, season it well. I'm sure it's good. What's to stop me from having a good time? Raw witchetty grub tastes similar to almonds. However, when cooked, the skin becomes crisp like roast chicken, the inside becomes light yellow like a fried egg, and the taste has been anecdotally described variously like scrambled egg chicken or a prawn with peanut sauce. All sounds good, actually. Nutty. Oh, yeah. I eat that. It actually sounds really good. My character is turbo stressed. Why are they so stressed? Well, I get it, but why are you so stressed? You're in the world's worst situation ever. Witchy grubs were also imitated in confectionery, or a common Australian lolly. Sour gummy witchetty grub. I get to go for that. Do I have any cigarettes? My character is so stressed that I'm like, actually, maybe smoking a cig would be more beneficial for your health than not. How long is this gonna take? I have no clue. Man, I'm overheating a little bit. Took a nice warm shower, and I'm sitting in. Is our heat still on? Are they so stressed out? I don't know. It's hot in here today. Will you turn off the heat then? There we go. I was wondering when that would happen. Ah, here it is. Money bundle, painkillers. Heat is on, but it's not turned on. But I'll turn it off. Yeah, just keep it off for now. Jawbone axe. What am I, Samson? There's so many weapons in here. Holy. Evidence locker? You know, what's it matter if I kill a couple of zombies with something that has probably killed people? What does it matter? Bolt cutters, too? Sheesh. It's not like they're going to solve crimes now. It's not like they were going to solve crimes before either. Ayo. I don't trust the police. Scrap metal armor. So true, ACAB. Hell yeah. We know what we're about here. Be gay, do crimes, etc. All sorts of different interesting a home alarm? All sorts of interesting confiscated gear here. Like so many homemade make a smoke bomb, gas mask filter, improvised gas mask, and recharging filters. Okay. Magazine, bloody Japanese wrestling deathmatch. Teaches barbed wire wrap weapon. Where do I get barbed wire? Maybe that would be a good thing for my character's stress. Read some goofy ass shit. Can I? Let's also sharpen my blade. My character's so sad. All right, well, sit on the ground, read this magazine. Less stressed, less unhappy. Any good books in here? Any good books in this place? In this John? I mean, this is definitely a police station is not the place to be on that. All right, can you go back to sleep for a bit? I need it to be not midnight. Oh my god. This is what I gotta put up with, huh? Where do I scrap large aluminum object? Craft. No. Make bolt metal bat. Metal baseball bat with bolts. Metal baseball bat with saw blade. My maintenance is not high enough for that. All right, well, what's our character's name again? Yosefka? Oh. Josefa? Maybe, maybe killing things. Maybe doing a couple of kills would make you feel better. We can be back. How many more zombies are in here? Did I break that down? I think zombies broke that down, actually. I mean, I still feel like securing the police station is just a good idea. You know what? We can take some dance magazines. I could just build new doors. They got a garage. I can just board up a couple of the... I can't unlock these. I'm on the interior. Well, anyways. I, I'm feeling like maybe securing this building is a good idea. I mean, we're gonna have to kill a lot of zombies, but it's not like we don't have a good amount of gear to do so. They're not gonna bust through regular ass walls. These are super reinforced. Got various places to hole up, good storage. Like the security factor is pretty high. I just replaced those with an actual wooden wall. T-shirt tuxedo. I'm kind of digging it. Let's drink a ginger ale too. Maybe that'll de-stress our character. I hear the zombies around too. Where are they? Did they go upstairs? Yes, they did. I can just set up one of these offices to be... They broke it. Okay, well. I can readjust things. There's so much camera film. I wonder if you can use it for anything. Where are these zombies even coming from? A pager. Can I use that for... Did I use that for anything? Give me those tomato seeds, though. Looking through garbage, gotta get the tomato seeds. Anyways, volleyball has been fun. I'm very excited to do more of that this season. This summer-ish season. Spring into summer. You know what I'm saying. What? Did they bust out of the... onto the roof? Why so many broken windows? The hell are some of these rooms? Are these skylights? Yes. Yes, they are. They're they're open though. Why would you have an open garage? At least I didn't bust an ankle. Very easy to do so. Why does this guy have a... You know what? I shouldn't ask questions. Sit in that nice ass armchair. Okay, I can't. Let's do some... Let's do some dancing reading. My character is very sad and very anxious. That doesn't help though, huh? Does the chocolate candy? Some trash M&Ms? Does that make you feel any better? Does dancing help? I don't think it does. I think it's just an emote. B-boy hip hop. That should make you feel nice. You want a little bit of silly spinning in the apocalypse? Alas. Hang on, where is it? I saw a key there. Yoink. Breakdance the sadness away. That's the best way to do it. What all do I have? I have a car, don't I? Where are you coming from? Why are you over in that direction? Rag foot wraps. Is there like a break in the fence here? That's a lot of zombies. Okay, well. I'm not going to worry about that, actually. Where's my car? What was I doing with that? Where am I? Who are you? How did you get there? Who are you? Where am I? There's the hit vids here too. I need to actually find like a good establishment to set up in. You know what else my character needs? My character needs to eat some garbage snack junk food. Josefa desperately needs it. Hang on, does this place have... Does this have... Book, The Innocents Abroad. Breaking it. These aren't... Okay. Don't we all? True, true. I could always do with more junk food. I'm kind of baffled that this place doesn't actually have like snackage. Don't you make a killing on the popcorn? The hell happened to this person's face? Well, we won't worry about that then. Still nothing? Wow. This is actually kind of a world's worst blockbuster. Oh, what I was saying. I remember growing up by a blockbuster. And I remember them close. I think it was a Hollywood Video, actually. Not that it really matters, especially not in the year 2026. Although I keep seeing articles be like, this is the year. Gen Z are bringing back analog. Which, like, I would love. I would love if we all went back to analog a little bit more. Streaming services suck dick. They're terrible. Where the hell did I park my car? It's not the taxi there. Was it through... Was it across the field here? I think it may be. This is the problem with not having an established base. Eat some potato chips too. While we cross this big ass field. Still sad though. I think it was by some of these tinier shacks. All of these areas, I feel like this area of town, I think, is the place to be. We got good agriculture, potentially. The rusty rifle, too. Was it over here? Where the... I think I remember driving through there. We do have a generator there, too. If nothing else, that's a good thing to have nearby. I feel like we've cleared out enough of the areas around here that we kind of have a good pick of the town. I'm gonna take that empty glass bottle. Oh, the doors. Is this a police officer? Kinda looks like it. All right, buddy. Let's get you out on the road. Let's not bloody up every single house that we go into. Resignation? Why are you mailing your resignation letter? Well, actually, that's completely understandable. That never mind. That's a silly question. Slap all of the. Maybe I need to go drive around town. The 90s. Yeah. Even then, you could have emailed. I think. Seems that feels correct. Oh, you know what? It's almost time for life and living. Time to cook up a bag of fries and some muscle. You know what? We'll just go beef patty. All reliable, the beef patty. Oh, I'm feeling nice and sore. My leggies have not gotten the same kind of workout that they had been. Very sedentary winter for me. Look at a magazine named Au Naturel. Surely that won't be. Surely that's a normal magazine. Please increase my happiness watching this too. What's my cooking looking like? Level 3 cooking just from watching TV. Hey, it's better than some people. Better than nothing, too. Leave the centerfold open for the next person. Communal centerfold. No, that's a concept. Although I'm pretty sure that's kind of the idea with the wood, the woods porno mags. What you get when you leave your porn mags in the trash bag in the woods. Yeah, it turns into communal porn. Until somebody inevitably takes the bag and then goes, okay, well, I can't actually keep the bag because I can't keep this because X, Y, or Z reason won't let me. Where the hell's my car? Is this my car? This is not my car. Yeah. It's gonna have a broken window in a second here, though. We'll find out if it's my car. What's the gas situation like in here? Who keeps? Do people keep duct tape in? You shouldn't keep duct tape in your car. Actually, I'm coming to that conclusion. It gets too hot. It ruins the adhesive quality of it. Not enough gas. Garbage engine. But it is nice to have them hot wired just in case. Right now, we're just kind of wandering. I don't know what happened to my car. I think I may have left it somewhere nearby, but I do not recall where. Was it my box truck? I kind of do want the box truck. Gas mileage be damned. It's got a fat ass tank to make it work anyways. Anything in this trunk? You can tell if I've been here because all of the passenger windows are busted. As it should be, of course. Tire iron. Okay. There it is. There's the box truck. I think... Oh, I left my food in the... you know... I left my burger in the oven. Whoops. Fine dining establishment here. Whoa. Well, that house may burn down, but that's a chance I'm willing to take. It's not like I was using it anyways, so... We can cook up some potato in here. It's a lot of food to just leave in the fridge. Kind of want to put that in the freezer. I'll eat an entire cabbage. What a delicious meal. If nothing else, cabbage, good for filling up the stomach. Bit of roughage in there. Is this guy naked, or is he just the cook? Diner key, okay. Anything else interesting in here? Just bleach, some nails. Nothing I'm too concerned about right now. Although having pots around, pretty nice. Dead cock. Yeah? Is that what people want? Hang on. Dead cock? Is that like people wanting to fuck zombies? Zombies, or do vampires count as the undead in that fashion? Dead cock. Deadlock source filmmaker. Yes. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. What am I doing? And I'm just kind of like driving around and deciding whether or not I'm gonna set up anywhere. Perhaps seeing where the zombies are. Where the zombies at? Wait, is there Deadlock source filmmaker porn yet? There's gotta be, right? It just feels like... It just feels like the kind of game that would attract gooners. You know the answer to that? Only one way to find out? Yeah. Deadcock. Which character do you think the Gooners are going for? I don't know enough about Deadlock to even have a horse in this race. Silver? Silver's the one, huh? What about that one lady with the big gun, the Tommy gun, and her whole kit is just like I shoot people. Wraith? It might be Wraith. I could not tell you. Anyways, that's like the only character that I played in the like 3 games of Deadlock that I did play. Maybe. I feel like people aren't that interested in the sort of dichotomy that like big woman in big like zoot suit. But I don't know. I guess it's a case of like what's the easiest to get clothes off of? They're cowards. True. Need more outfits that leave little to the imagination for the Gooners. Then again, the Gooners are kind of feasting in 2026, huh? Like, there have always been people that be jerking it. And nothing wrong with jerking it, of course. The problem therein lies when you make a core part of your personality jerking off. You can be more than just your genitals, right? Nah, I'm a liar. Only jerk off. That should be your only hobby, actually. How's Deadlock been, though, Daft? You finally played a MOBA that makes you want to play a MOBA? I'm kind of surprised by that. I'm doing all this work just to get the shotgun off of this dead zombie. I've played a few games of it and I like it. I mean, that's more than games of Dota and or uh, the other garbage. Got a badge too? Support character. Putting them through the ringer every single day. I played Drifter and I like him. There's a Drifter? Titular, I mean, not titular. The Drifter from everybody's favorite game to shit on in 2026? Is a dude named the Drifter. 10 days remain until Bowmageddon. I'm very excited for you, Bo. I gotta actually like put in the effort of purchasing. Lock the fuck in. Yeah, I need to lock the fuck in and I need to actually buy or get ready to buy it. Hopefully it isn't busted as hell. Deadlock the fuck in. Yes. Gotta deadlock the fuck in. What are these zombies doing back here? They're just jumping back and forth. Pooping back and forth forever. But yeah, good to see you, Bo. Uh, what are your thoughts on Deadlock? I played like 3 games of it, and I was like, this is entirely way too overwhelming for my tiny brain. I said, I'm going back to League if I'm playing a MOBA. I at least know that shit. What's your thoughts on Source Filmmaker? Yeah, yeah, whatever. Fuck it. Who cares? No, I feel like Source Filmmaker has been a blessing for the Gooners, and that's about it. As I've been saying, I feel like they haven't really used it for. Have I really seen anything? It's good for memes. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to think if I've seen any like uh any specific like long form content or longer form content made with it. Is I saw I saw this fan animation for like Fallout New Vegas, the Brotherhood of Steel versus the NCR, the that event at Helios 1. I watched a little bit of that. That was pretty good. I'm trying to think if I've really watched much else. I think was that in Source Filmmaker? I don't know if that was. I should probably see about grabbing as much fresh produce as I can before it inevitably rots as well. Machinima is another internet thing being lost to time. True, we need to bring back machinimas. Makes me sad. Like the idea of actually like making the whole thing in like in engine in game as a player. Like Red versus Blue, one of the big ones for that, right? I'm trying to think of others. I know others exist, but I'm kind of running out. What's the one with Lyle? I'm trying to remember what the hell. Are there no doors at the front of this? I guess not. No, everything's rotten and gross. Damn it. Well, at least I can collect seeds. Hang on, what's Lyle McGrath Machinima? Sanity not included. That's the one. I watched a little bit of that. Never heard of it before. I did. We lived different eras of the internet. It's very, very, very different. Fresh onions, at least. Well, keep collecting them seeds. The he's kind of the kind the kind of humor that is like, what if X game was made in 2026? That stuff. Which I think there's a couple of them that are interesting. 8-year age gap is like 17 different internet eras. True. Very true. Dehydrated meat stick. Fresh burrito. Yes. I get to eat fresh food. Yay. One more day where I don't starve. Blessed be me. Y'all see that Kanye's doing a concert? Are we really going to give him the grace on that one? Cuz I don't really want to at this point. It's it's really hard for me to go, yeah, it's okay that you are a self-proclaimed Nazi. I don't think I can do that. Lauren Hill was hanging out with him, like, exactly. Like, come on, man. We know what he's doing. He's just keeping it. He's gonna be like, I'm reformed. Haha, I just didn't take my medications again. As if that would excuse it. Like, come on, man. You really gonna act like you get another pass again? That's that's a bridge too far, brother. That's a bridge very much too far. Have a large amount of empathy and sympathy for experiencing mental illness and all that, but not everyone does that. Exactly. Like, I don't think it's an excuse. I don't think it's an excuse unless you completely disavow the person that you were doing that. And I don't think he's really done an apology tour in like the way that he needs to for that to even be close to acceptable. Like, okay, dude, you want to pretend like you want to LARP as a Nazi and then pretend like it's okay for you to just be like, teehee, I was just having a mental breakdown. Most people that have a mental breakdown don't go, yeah, I'm a Nazi. And there's only so many times that I can accept you freaking out and being like, I didn't I'm off my med. I was off my meds. I'm getting back on them. Like, come on, man. Own the apology with your whole ass. Or, like, only caring when it affects your bottom line and just being like, haha, it's a great publicity stunt. That's a no. Disagree. You have to be willing to give people the benefit of the doubt for their contrition. The contrition is the most important part. I don't think he's ever like actually been like, okay, I'm being for real this time, guys. I'm not gonna. It's just sick. Like he keeps doing it. He's never acted like he's like, okay, actually, that was too far. I'm gonna be better now. He's just like, okay, guys, I'm done doing that. As if he's not going to go do that again. I don't think any. I don't think thinking about him or giving him any amount of attention is worth anyone's time. I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm just like, can we just leave him in the past at this point? I'm not going to make excuses for a guy that continues to pretend like he's reformed when he never will be. Like, I get it. You've had a really rough one since your mom died, but I can't excuse the kind of behavior that you have. Hang on, what was that? Is that a spiffo? Hang on a second. I gotta get that. Is that a spiffo? I gotta get that outfit. Let me get some of this stuff put away and then we can really pop off. Slap it all in the trunk. But yeah, as I've been saying, let's just leave him in the past. Has he even made good music in the last 10 years? The only thing I really think of him nowadays is Life of Pablo, which is like some graphic design is my passion ass cover art. Like fuchsia, like a peach-ish color, and that's the most interesting thing about it. Also, Kid Rock, how the fuck? Like the only reason he is relevant at all is because he's choking on Trump's cock, right? Does anybody like his music? Has anybody sat down and been over the age of 10 and been like, wow, this music really speaks to me? I don't feel like that I don't feel like that's really been a thing for him. Can we let these shitheads fade into obscurity? I would like to. Exactly. I don't want to have to be like I don't like having so much of my precious brain space filled with uh like okay, who are people that I need to be aware of how shitty they are? Like knowing about Charlie Kirk, I was like, I don't really want anything. I'm now aware that he sucks, and I really want to. I want to save that precious brain space for anything else. Do I have a Molotov in the trunk too? I have too much crap in here. Box of 12 gauge. I guess I'm just trying to draw people out to like, or draw the zombies out to the main road. Is that armor? Kind of. There's the Spiffo. I really want that Spiffo outfit though. The Spiffler. I'm really struggling with what I want to do right now, like in game, because there's so much of the town left to clear out. There's so much of the town left to clear out. There's so much of it to loot, and I need to like have my character locked the fuck in. Oops. Convenient about the car crash right outside the mechanic shop, though. That's what we hope to see in this world. My character is uncomfortable because it's hot. I mean, 104 degrees. Holy shit. Yeah, that's pretty damn hot. Practically an oven. 104? Yeah. Just being inside the car. Be 4 levels down in a basement. Fuck that noise. For real. Way too damn hot. Can you turn on the car AC? Yeah, I didn't realize how hot it was. I was not thinking. Well, might as well bring in all of this fresh food. Probably too heavy, actually. Probably too heavy by like half a ton. That's a lot of food items. Oh, and we have beer. You know, maybe I should have my character. Maybe we should have Josefa just do some drinking and read some books. It feels like an appropriate way to spend some time. Too much damn food. Dude, can milk in this game expire? I feel like it has had that ability in the past, but I don't think I don't feel like it has retained that. My character is being crushed under the weight of all of this food, too. Did not, but I don't know if they fixed that. Made getting cows OP. That's true. They have talked about agriculture being too overly bound, like too good. You think God ever looked down and was like, fuck, fuck, I didn't think they would do that. I thought they would have to scavenge. What the hell? Oh man. Fits in a carton, I think it does not. Whoa. That's a that's OP. That's actually very strong. Incredibly strong. We love it for it. All right. Well, now we have some guns to put down too. This is my kitchen. This is where I store my guns. This is my living room, also where I store my guns. Why do I need so many places to store my guns? I mean, why not? Why not? Why not have a little weeb place? A little place to Fujoshi out. I mean, weeaboo out. I got an apple. Do you have a pen? Pineapple apple pen? Anybody remember that? Anybody give a shit about that? I would never have a pen. That's just ridiculous. Why would I ever do that? Mm, I guess let's have a memorial as well. Why did I get foraging XP? The fuck? Oh, yes, perfect time. Daft, when are you starting your new job? How long does that last for? I'm excited for you, by the way. Even if it's just a short temp thing, like getting some money, kind of nice. Bit Odosh. Start on the 13th and end the 3rd. Man, they really don't have you running. They don't have you there for very long at all. Got you for like 3 weeks. But hey, that's 3 weeks of paycheck, right? Yep. Love to hate to work, love to get paid. Do you wake up every single day and go, "Damn, I wish that I was like growing grain"? Like, a lot of science is really cool and really impressive and like great stuff. But I gotta say, I hate bureaucracy. I hate half of the things that we do for the sake of society. No, you don't want to just be a grain farmer, Daft? What's wrong with that? It's an honest living or something. You don't want to have my dogs would kill it. Your dogs would be eating that grain, that's for sure. These dogs stay grained up. The metal baseball bat is going to fall apart, isn't it? Fixed with epoxy and rags. What? My sister is getting a greenhouse? Yo, that's actually great. That's huge news. Being able to grow a little bit of food. I mean, food's so expensive now, too. It's just like, damn. Improved screwdriver. Knife from machete blade. Shiv. Toothbrush shiv. Carve bone beads? Bone fork? What's your sister planning on growing in that greenhouse? That seems like a that seems like an awesome goal. I have no idea. That's fair. Me, I would love to grow some like peppers. Food, I hope. Hey, she could be growing hemp. Nothing wrong with that either. Tobacco, I guess. Just jealous of people with food gardens. Me too. I would love to have a little garden. No shade. No shade intended to those that are growing hemp. Maybe more on those growing tobacco. All right. We've gotten home. We have a garbage can with a dead mouse in it. Let's go throw that on the street. So those are a couple of guys. A couple of zombies out here. About a handful. Wow. That's a lot more than I thought. You know what? Put the dead rat on the ground. Is that enough to Molotov? Um, I think we may have to Molotov. No. We're just gonna be up until 2 in the morning crushing skulls, as per usual. I need to find another crowbar. Crowbar strat, actually, I need to loot that mechanic shop now that I think about it. Crowbars just last so long. The damage isn't the best, but since adding the sharpening mechanic, I think crowbar might be the hidden OP. Or not so hidden OP. It's been in the zomboid streets are saying. Not that I would ever know what the streets are saying. That would require me leaving my house. Something I've never done before. The Zomboid streets have been saying for years now that Crowbar. I mean, I was on Team Fire Axe for a long time. It was like Crowbar or Fire Axe. Those were the two that people would argue about being like the best weapon to get. I think Crowbar might be it. I feel like baseball bats do not last long enough. Even the metal ones, just not enough. Has anybody played the new Dying Light game? Is that game any good? I played a lot of, what's the name of it? I played a lot of Dead Island back when that came out. And in hindsight, that game sucked ass. I haven't heard much. Okay, so it's probably like a 7 out of 10 at best. Just kind of like middling. Probably the definition of mid. Anyways, I remember being a pretty big fan of Dead Island, and a bunch of games have kind of tried to rip the formula, and they just haven't done a very good job. Like Dying Light is the best example, or the next best in the genre, or best in the genre, I should say. Dead Island, not exactly bringing its A game for just about anything. Anyways, I feel like Dying Light just not a. It's kind of fun. Kind of interesting, kind of fun. But like the storytelling in it is kind of ass. Like it tries to tear on your heartstrings, but you're like, I've only known any of these characters for like 5 minutes. I do not care. My my primary character is uninteresting. The protagonist, the one that I'm playing as. Good Steam review. Look at the bright side. He's dying under the light too. He's staying human and reloading his edition. Yeah, you know what? He's reloading his edition. Hey, Van. There we go. Still got 120 on the trunk space. So let's just try and keep the trunk in a decent position. Although, do any of these... Can I use any of these other cars instead? My emergency... Damn it, I did not actually fully check these. I need to have, like, a spare car for when I attract too big of a horde that I can just be like, all right, guess we're running over zombies with this because my character can't keep swinging. Get him, box truck. Old Faithful. But yes, talking Dying Light, like, did anybody actually play that game and go, wow, the story really made me think? I was so sad when that one guy died. Like, the writing is not the reason you're playing those games, but it would be nice if there was more to it than there was. Like, the pretense of zombies existing means you kind of got to take it a little less seriously overall. IMO. Doubtful. You don't think people were crying tears over characters dying that they'd interacted with for all of 5 minutes? All reviews talk about the community and the gameplay. You see what I mean? Like, the people are not playing that franchise because they go, "Wow, beautiful storytelling." It just would be nice to have it. Not all games need to have that. It's true, but I wish that they had like a little bit more going on for them, you know? Because that the story for Dead Island feels very phoned in. The story for Dying Light is like fine, middling at best, really. The point of zombie media is not actually the zombies, IMO. Oh, fully agreed. It's like a breakdown of human nature and also talking about like how people deal with impending doom and or hope, I would say. Pyramid thread? Man, I keep hoping that we can encounter a firefighter that actually has like pants that aren't beat to shit. But like I've been saying, I want I want an actually interesting and compelling story attached to the zombie the zombie show or zombie thing. Like that's why Last of Us is so good. Like the zombies are the existential threat and everything else is like human issue, like deeply human stuff happening and like being attached and giving a fuck about the people around you. Dying Light definitely misses that. Or at least whatever attempts it tries to like tug at are just kind of like eh, kind of vapid. What do I have? I don't know anything about it, so I can't say. It's a. I'll give it this. It's very fun to play with friends and just kind of like the co-op for it. Really fun. Maybe that would be a fun game to play with pals sometime. I just think it's be happy to do that. I have so many games that I want to play. I do not have enough time. I keep thinking about it. I'm like, man, I'd really like to even play Zomboid. That would be funny because I don't know how. I'm get eaten within 10 seconds. Oh yeah. Game's not easy. And setting up a server is kind of a pain in the ass. That's the only reason that I don't suggest it more. But yes, as I was saying, wouldn't do it right now. Anyway, since they're updating it so much, it's a real pain. It's a real pain trying to keep up with it. Here, we'll place some buckets here too. At least a little bit of water gain, just in case. Like, I love Zomboid. This game, I would not recommend people start getting into it right now. I would say as soon as build 42 is actually like finished, that's when it's time to get in. So many guns, so many shotguns to just put all around my house. Yeah, just weapons galore. Make it look like Texas Chainsaw Massacre up in here. Who cares? Start placing mugs about too. Make this place look super lived in. Make it look like oh, what's the movie? I'm blanking on it. Um I Am Legend. Also, that movie, like following up from the book, I don't think that they were gonna win like ever with that. I think there was no way that they adapt that and actually have people happy. And that's not saying like, you know what? I'll say it. Hollywood, that's just a Hollywood thing, you know? Hollywood is not gonna, they're not gonna put forth their best foot. They're gonna say, okay, well, what's the easiest script to get out rather than having things, having things that are actually like pre-written for you and then adapting the media form. It can't be that hard, right? Like Mr. Danny Villeneuve's the Dune movie is doing gangbusters. People love that shit. People are very happy with it. And I think that's because they have people that are passionate about the project working on it. Yeah, but what about the other Dune movie? That's what I mean. That one is just like, okay, well, what's the cash grab that we can do in this situation? What's my carpentry skill at? Not enough to make. This would be a perfect time to have a bunch of rain catches. Really, I'm just gonna look through this and see if I can find uh, a crowbar. Wait, hang on. I have a hard time believing that they actually they returned Return of the Jedi directing to David Lynch. Oh my god, I would love to see what the hell he did for that. Can we do that? Can that be the alternate universe? I would love to see what kind of insane nonsense that guy gets up to with that with Star Wars. I mean, they can't be worse than 7 through 9, right? I simply believe that there's no universe where the David Lynch Star Wars is worse than whatever the hell J.J. Abrams did. I mean, Ryan Johnson, like, he directed 8, right? He was like, how the hell do I'd imagine it's something along the lines of, like, how the hell do I salvage this? How do I make this interesting at all? Because we just did the same thing. We did episode 4 again. Film scholar Robin Wood called Dune the most obscenely homophobic film I have ever seen. What? Huh? Elaborate on that quote for me. Are they saying the slurs? Is that what they're popping out there? Gay people are in it and evil, I guess. I mean, I'm of the opinion that you should be allowed to have gay people be evil. But they need to be evil not because they're gay. It needs to be an incidental part of their character. Yeah, but you have to remember the context. Hayes Code. Yeah, that's true. The context of was what, the 80s, right? None of these have a crowbar, huh? I'm kind of surprised actually. It has done irreparable damage to movie. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Imagine movies being good. Impossible now. I mean, there are good movies. That's what I was saying, Dune, but like, I just don't really have a whole lot of interest in Dune. I would love to see more movies if there were things that were interesting to me coming out. I mean, there's plenty of good media. We can go through the backlog. Oh, that reminds me. The other night, I think it was last night actually, some buddies and I watched the movie Buckaroo Banzai, and that movie sure is something. I think they completely abandoned it in the late 60s and replaced it with the rating system. The rating system is way better. I mean, it's not good, but it's better. It's very purposefully vague, right? Processed cheese. Man, it is a summer storm out there. My God. Just a monsoon. Is this what Kentucky's like? Sheesh. It's raining so hard I can't even see. I didn't even know that you could get storms this bad. Zomboid is generally I've driven in them. Oh, I know that they're real. I just mean in Zomboid specifically. I have been in some crazy ass storms like this IRL. I just didn't think that they would have it as a system that you could actually see in the game. Driving in this shit is insane. Yeah, I don't need to worry about flow of traffic at least. Anything that I could hit in the road, well, most things that are going to be in the road, I don't care about hitting or would actively want to hit, I guess. We at least have a small boon in that the circumstances surrounding this mean, oh, good, it don't matter. There's the Spiffo zombie. I really want that Spiffo suit. Oops. I really can't see shit. Just not at all. I kind of want to go check out. Do I really want to? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I want to check out the lumber yard yet. That's probably. I need a Molotov for that at least. Although, you know what? I just filled it up. Where is it? Make Molotov. Although I'm definitely not going to be able to use the Molotov. That would be that would be probably the most foolish thing that I could try and do. Yeah, I was just complaining about it being rainy as fuck. Let me try and light a bunch of zombies on fire. I'm sure that will go well. McCoy logging. It's been a hot minute since I've actually been to McCoy. It's been probably like 4 years. Sheesh. Oh wow, they've really revamped McCoy a bit. Or am I in the wrong area? Am I in the lumberyard lumberyard? It looks like it. Certainly is a lot of wood. Oops. Can I pass through this tiny, tiny... Oops. I don't think that we're going to be able to. I'm in the wrong part of the lumberyard. The yumberlard. The numberlard? This is just wood storage, it looks like. Where the hell is the road? And then these are the offices and warehouses? There they are. I wonder what kind of stuff they have here. Is that an open... That is... They got tables? They got tables in here? Ooh, actually, hang on. They have useful stuff like a bandsaw. Well, that's kind of it. I could steal a bandsaw. I kind of just want to be out of the storm for a minute. There's so many logs. I could make a log cabin. That could be interesting. Should I wear the hard hat? No. My character would be complaining about that within minutes. Rotten ham? Don't mind the rotten ham. I'm just going to eat the pickle out of the garbage. And give me pickles. They can never go bad. No one has ever had a pickle go bad. That's the whole point of the pickling process, right? Logging factory. Well, this building looks like it kind of sucks. They got nothing going on here. Then again, what did I expect? I can keep looking through the garbages. Oh, good. We're gonna have guys like just slowly meandering on in here. Actually, maybe that's a couple more than I could handle. They broke down my garage. I guess we're committed to slaughter on this. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we will not be committed to slaughter today. What else? Do I have any other weapons that I can use? A hammer? I would really like more long blunt. And I could also use a weapon. Give me more long blunts, please. Okay, this back alley, that back room will get me killed. Just gotta accept that one. Is this the building that me and my friends would hole up in? I cannot remember. I think it was the other one. They also revamped. Oh man. Well, I guess we'll get out of here. They also completely revamped uh like what's going on at McCoy and Muldragh since last I played, so what do I know? Man, it is dark out. It is dark. Every other time I've played recently, I think I've been in Riverside, right? Riverside or trying to do like Echo Creek or something like that. Gotta be kidding me. All these doors are locked. Fine, you know what? I have the firefighter axe. Firefighter axe we will use. See if we can actually get it nice and sharp before we start swinging. Nice and sharp. Medium damage. What's the highest damage item then? If an axe isn't high damage, what is? I wonder if this is open. Nope. I do know that firefighter axes are really good at busting through walls, though. Not walls, but like doors. Kind of made to do that, right? Ooh, a cigar. Open, rotten, canned peaches. Alright, well, none of that's useful. Are any of these doors unlocked? No. That would require being fortunate. Nope. If canned peaches are rotten, they must be old AF. Yeah. I can only imagine. Peaches? I do love peaches. The hell is the light in this room? There it is. Gotta open the door to... There's a crowbar. Yes. Okay, firefighter axe will go back then. Crowbar, my beloved. I finally found you. Man, my ears are getting smushed today. I don't think I hydrated enough at volleyball either. I was doing a lot of hopping and jumping. It was also moderate. Like, it wasn't hot out, I should say. But it was a I would say it's perfect temperature to actually do outdoor activity. Anyways, it does get hot doing that, and it does get you dehydrated. Cheese and pears. What a beautiful pairing that is. I wish that soda counted as caffeinated in this game. Yeah, you got a cola? That shit ain't caffeinated. Would be nice. CD players. I miss CD players too. It should. It's caffeinated. It's caffeinated. What makes you think that Oh, I can sniff correction fluid. Ah. Now that makes me nice and happy. First time we found some since finding out that. Yeah, my character, they're so bored. They're so bored. They don't know what to do. They're so unhappy. They're gonna go. Can you start doing whippets? And are they gonna add that? They're gonna add whipped cream specifically so you can do whippets? And that's a big pile of boxes. And I think they're all planks or sticks. Yup. Okay, well, useful to know if we need to start building anything. Shovel, useful. More hatchets and the like. Wood axe, we'll grab that. Not very good for zombies, but great for chopping wood. Fire axe will also do in that scenario. Another crowbar, too. Ooh. This is kind of more of a weapons run. We've kind of been. We've been a little low on weapons, generally. So maybe having a couple more that aren't done would be useful, huh? A spade? I mean, I like that you can disassemble all of the like handles and be like, okay, those are this shit broken. You still have a shovel head though, so you can make another one. Just as the pioneers would do. I can research a craft recipe. What craft recipe can I make with an iron pipe? Is it very loud sound? Learned how to make hang on, makeshift railway spike? Is that what I just read? I mean, I guess. All right, I guess I'll just unload. Load up the back of the van with more junk, more weapons. Two crowbars and a couple axes. I can also be back. That's the nice thing about the loot. It's not going to go anywhere. This storm has not let up at all, though. Where's the... It's over here that I can... Yeah, there... I think I see yellow. I think I see yellow lines to indicate a road here. I really don't want to drive into a car wreck, though, so... Gotta be a little careful. A little bit cautious. This would have been a perfect day for Josefa to stay at home and read a book. Because this is a crazy... This really is just such a crazy storm. I don't think I've seen an actual rainstorm of this magnitude in Zomboid. Was that Spiffo I saw back there too? I must have attracted him down the road. Gotta be careful about what I'm doing with that. Where I'm dragging the zombies. Not bringing them too close to home. My character is just... They're not getting good sleep either. So their day becomes very limited. Not good sleep and having to swing a crowbar 3,000 times. Speaking of which, is my strength any better? It's a lot higher than my fitness, that's for sure. Should have stayed at home doing burpees and stuff. I have a couple of books that I can read. Carpentry and maintenance at the very least. Do we have any food down here? I see chips. That'll do for now. Some scratch tickets. Everybody's favorite way to spend time in the apocalypse. Doing scratch tickets. Loser. Do you get... I wonder if you get like any amount of joy from scratching off a scratch ticket and having it be a winner in this scenario like this. Is it just like, ha, well, that's fate for you. I do encounter the scratch ticket, but it is if you have a gambling addiction enough. Yeah. I did get a winner for $1 from that. Wow, $1. Could make it my character's goal to scratch every ticket in Knox County. Could be funny. Tomato juice bottle. Tequila. You know, we'll just move these upstairs too. What's a little bit of drunken reading? What is this? 1980? Not 1988. The 1800s? That's where I meant to go with that one. My entertainment for the evening will be drinking way too much bourbon and falling asleep in the chair while holding a cigarette, and hopefully a book is somewhere involved in that. Sorry, not a cigarette, a cigar. I think I am gonna cook this chicken leg. The rest of this will go in the freezer. Can't believe I didn't move it over to the freezer already. This is how people end up dying of spontaneous combustion. Yeah, the booze on their lips ends up combusting when they take a puff of their cigar. And everybody goes, "Oh, spontaneous combustion, it's real." I saw it happen to somebody. I saw it happen to a guy that I once associated with. I mean, it happened to a guy that I don't know. It once happened to a. I once heard a story from a man that I've never really talked to since. But he swore on his life that spontaneous combustion is real. Would you call him a liar? No, most certainly not. Why, I've never encountered somebody lying to me once before. Not once in my whole miserable existence. Hopefully my chicken's done. Hope chicken don't be burnt. Chicken burnt. Burnt chicken. Hang on. Chicken burner. Is this also 6-7? I don't think that one's gonna be dying this year, at least at volleyball. Because if you are unfamiliar, you have to count out the score before serving every time. At least for the house rules that we do. And so there's two opportunities in a game for it to happen at least once. And boy, howdy, let me tell you, it's still not very funny. It is not getting any funnier, I'll tell you that. I ate an entire chicken leg and now I'm too full. Well, better sit down on the couch and try to read. And the books are really such a time sink too. We'll sleep until, or we'll stay up until 8 p.m. and then go to sleep because we're getting up at like almost 6. Just like real books, pretending to be a guy who hates books. Yeah, books suck. I hate books. I've never liked books once in my life. Books are a waste of time. I do all of my media consumption through um hang on, let's actually do like a bath as well. Try to be home at 8 so that we can clean up ourselves before going to sleep. I listen to 2 audiobooks sped up to 200% at the same time. Book maxing. Yes. We love book maxing. Book maxing. What a great I can't imagine actually trying to like comprehend 2 books at 200%. That sounds like a nightmare. Left ear Karl Marx, right ear or hang on, left ear. Oh, what am I saying? Anyways, 200% right ear, 200% Chinese Bible. That's where we're landing on that. Oh, my carpentry book is not going to be useful anymore. Well, onto the shelf it'll go. Do I have the rain barrel recipe yet? Rain collector. Level 3. Yeah, we're a little bit off. Making rabbit stew. Man, I love the book. Not the books. I love that TV in this universe, like, there are actually useful TV shows. If we can get more carpentry, that would be great. Our aiming skill is fine. Right ear, Peter Wessel Zap. Left ear, don't really have a good counterpart. Just imagining right is someone really, really cheerful and optimistic. I don't know my left from my right. Final Fantasy player spotted. Final Fantasy player spotted. This person doesn't know how to differentiate left from right. I double fucked my joke up. I'm going to die now. Please don't. It's just a silly little. It's just a little silly. It's just a little bit off. It's not actually like bad. Left ear 100 gex, right ear 200% speed Chinese Bible. Is this anything? I just love 200% Chinese Bible. That part cracks me up. Like, yeah, I don't know Chinese, but if it's at 200% and I know the Bible, I can definitely not piece any of it together. Nobody has ever. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking about tip to tip. One of the people that I was at um, volleyball with, we talk about our appreciation for Northern Lion and some of the like online content that's been around. I haven't caught the most tip to tip, but it's certainly been pretty entertaining. I think my favorite part from what I've seen thus far has been just every single adult that they interact with. They're like, they try and speak Chinese to them, and both of them just look like deer in the headlights mode. And then they repeat the same thing like 6 times, being like, saying, I don't understand. I was watching Yelnats stream it a little earlier too. Sometimes circumstance works out for you. Get it twisted. You can relate to people through silly online content. You can make friends talking about some. Hang on, what's the term for white devil in Chinese? Is it guailao? Passively watching someone while you were gone. Everyone they interacted was being so nice to them, also making fun of them for refusing to use the map on their phones. Yeah. Just everybody holding their hand being like, "Okay, here's how you got to eat the food. Okay, it's going to be spicy. Just so you know, you got the spicy food, so it's going to be spicy." It's just so funny to me. Every single time the people are like, "Okay, I don't know why you're doing that. It seems silly and ridiculous." But I mean, here's how you get that direction. They only have a microwave in here? What the hell? Anyways, I was talking to one of the people that I hang out with at volleyball about this specifically. He was like, "It's very funny watching them not know any Chinese." They also do kind of deserve to be made fun of at least a little bit for the whole the whole thing. Just being like, "We're YouTubers. That's why we're not doing this." Forced immersion is a great way to learn, though. It is. It definitely is. Blooming potatoes. Can I harvest those? I can. Dead potatoes, blooming potatoes. I don't know if those are diseased or not, but you know, it's a lot of potatoes. Potato seeds. What else do we have? Heart carrots. Yo, we're stealing somebody's backyard. That's a lot of carrots. Holy shit. 34 carrots? Hang on. How many potatoes do I have like half a dozen potatoes here. Sheesh. I do hope that as tip to tip comes out more and more, I feel like it's kind of like an online um how would I describe it? It's kind of like an online part of the online zeitgeist now. Just it's coming out, people being like, "Oh shit. Look at these goofy ass look at these goofy asses trying to make their way through China." It took them what, like 2-ish weeks? At least so far. I haven't caught up. I should probably do that before I start talking too much about it, but you know, whatever. Don't matter none. I'm here just to yap anyways, so. Ooh, woodcraft. Knox Heights Country Club. I gotta be real. Ooh, baseball bat. These kinds of houses, I would not expect people to be a member of a country club. One lady they were trying to ask for directions was like, just take a plane. And they don't know enough Chinese to actually explain the situation like at all. So they're just like, yeah, we know it would be easier to take a plane, but uh exclusively in vibes of just like, we are driving, please help us. Okay. How do you say I'm doing it for the bit in Chinese? God, I would love to know. I would imagine you it's something along the lines of like, I'm doing it because it's funny. I'm doing it for comedy. You know, after watching that, Knife and I were talking a little bit about doing like an American version. I mean, like knowing the language does make it a lot easier, let's be real. But I was just like, what if we did something tip to tip adjacent? Oh, I forgot to turn. That's a burnt ass sausage. Yep. Anyways, as I was saying, we would go from like Portland, Oregon to Portland, Maine. And that's 3,000 miles. The important part of not consulting maps and just using road signs can remain. Yes, that would be the most interesting thing to do for sure. The idea of doing just trying to figure it out and like only being able to have people help you and just be like, I can't look at your phone. Please don't tell me. I'm not, we're specifically doing, I can't look at Google Maps. It'd certainly be interesting to figure out like just how helpful people are willing to be. Like I choose to believe that there are a lot of very helpful and very nice people in this world. It would just kind of have to be a situation of like we do have to minimize friction points and like hazards, of course. But it would be kind of fun to do an American road trip like that. Oh, tip to tip? You mean living in the 90s? Not having Google Maps? Although people did still have what is it? People did still have a lot of like web map options. They had hard copy maps. That too. My parents had those in the car. I think it's a good idea to have hard copy maps and like in your vehicle. Like I could probably navigate a sizable chunk of Salt Lake without one as long as I had an address to head towards. But also at the same time I got to accept like I don't think I could drive, well, I could probably drive to LA. LA would be pretty easy because it's just like follow road signs. SLC is an exception because of the grid system, though. Exactly. More grid system. We like the grid. There's no fucking shot that so many cities could actually do a grid system swap, like conversion, because you'd have to completely revamp the entire city. Like you'd have to just completely revamp pretty much a majority of what can happen. Of you're trying to drive cross country, you could take the big highway the whole time, but if you tried to go back roads off the dome, you'd be screwed. Yes. Trying to figure out like the places that you need to be. um we did a road trip somewhat recently with some like 2024 with some friends, and there was a like small town name. It was called Boogertown Road in Tennessee. And that was probably one of the scariest back roads I've ever driven on in my entire life. It was almost in like it was the rare double, like both drivers reach a hill and can't see shit. We used to do the in between, look up directions on MapQuest, but you can't look at them on the phone, so we'd print out a paper copy. Yeah, the paper copy was great. Bookertown Roads roller coaster designed by Germa Ass Road. It's a it's a If anybody is ever in Pigeon Forge, I would highly recommend avoiding Boogertown Road. If you can, do not go to Boogertown Road. I'm warning you right now for your own sake. Things will not be easy. It's I was not going very fast. I'm a relatively safe driver. Like I'm obviously not going to be somebody that you look to and are like, this person's gonna kill me, but I'm not the best driver out of the group, without a doubt. Anyways, I I was like the entire time I just couldn't help but be like, I am I'm going at least five under, and every single house that we passed by, it looked like it was completely decrepit and like overtaken by the forest. It was like if I tried to pull off to the road, off to the side, and like investigate this house at all, I would probably get tetanus, or somebody, I would accidentally spook somebody off, get tetanus, or I would get killed. They were pretty run down. Get your ass off my lawn. Yeah. Yeah, it was that kind of stuff. Fascinating. Fascinating to like look at the sort of rundown nature of it. Like we're in the tourist part of that town. We just so happen to go through like one wrong road. Thank you, Google Maps, by the way. Boogertown Road. Um, we just so happened to take that road simply because the name is funny. And I would I feared for my life. Can't say that it was anything but the meme. Should I carry around a cooler? Would that help? You know what? We'll grab that. We'll slap the cooler down in the back of the truck. It can be where we store some of our stuff. Really, right now, I just want to. I think I want to try and see if there are any more farms, like small gardens that I can pilfer. Like if we can establish a good amount of food and then start like growing our own stuff too, that would be great. So I think checking some of these back roads with some of these houses would be good for that. But yes, Pigeon Forge, I kind of hated visiting Pigeon Forge. I was like, this is a tourist trap, tourist trap. I had a good time simply because it was a trip that we'd done like as a group, and we got to kind of just hang out. But if we were doing exclusively the touristy stuff, I don't think I would have had a great time. Just wanted to go hiking. Yeah, we didn't get to go hiking either. Although we were pretty beat up. Not beat up. We were pretty beat. And pretty much it would have been just us. Maybe we should have gone anyways, but it was one of those times where it was like, I'm fine with just staying home today. Doing such a long doing a long trip and like having a lot of activities, it wears you down really quick. You need like a couple of days to be able to relax in there. But Dollywood is worth it. That's true. Dollywood, I would say go to Dollywood over Disneyland. You genuinely, you will have a great time. I'm kind of a hater on amusement parks generally, but Dollywood was actually incredible. The rides were great. Everything like everything about being there for being an amusement park, it was a good time. It wasn't that busy. Like we didn't wait a ton of time to do any of the rides or anything. Like any of the ones that like small kids could ride, it was like, yeah, there's gonna be a longer ride or longer line for the ride. But like the the higher octane stuff was really good. What was it was like the Eagle's Nest or Eagle's Landing or something like that. That one was a ton of fun. I can't remember what the exact name of it was. Anyways, it it was one of those like you got your feet hanging and the reveal that it had like you don't see the roller coaster at all. Yeah, on especially because the roller coaster was hidden from the view from the park. So you don't get to see it until you're on it. Yeah, just the reveal and being like, "Oh, there's a lot here actually." And it goes by fast too. Like all of it was just a ton of fun. They also, as I have talked about numerous times on the channel, we try to eat a little bit more plant-based, eat vegan when we can, or at least I do. Knife is vegan, so you know. Anyways, they actually had like decent vegan options, which is I feel like a rarity. I don't usually show up somewhere public like that and actually expect that we have they were good options too. Like what was it? It was a vegan hot dog. I mean, it's good. Like it's not healthy. Obviously, it's not going to be healthy. Let's nip that one in the bud. It had vegan corn dogs. Yeah, like of course it's going to be junk food, but like the junk food it was good junk food. Had a salad slash quinoa bowl too. Oh yeah. Like I feel like they actually had good healthy options. There were several times I looked at it and I was like, I kind of want to get the healthier option, and then I decided against it because I'm at an amusement park. Of course, I'm gonna eat the garbage. We eat the garbage here, folks. Skinned mouse. Oh yeah, this is a fresh cooked frozen. Could I not butcher that more? I did loot this house. I didn't loot it particularly well, but I did loot it. Hey, guess what? What? No. No. Why? Why, God? Why, God, did I have to leave that? Dark Souls 2 session. All right. What day this week are we going to do that then? When are we going to do the Dark Souls? Tomorrow? Okay. Yeah, we'll do tomorrow then. Tomorrow will probably be the best day. I mean, Tuesday is going to be I don't know when I'm actually going to be able to stream on Tuesday because we're going to another concert and I usually work until about 4 p.m. my time, about 6 p.m. EST. I think we just got to kind of Oh, this I actually managed to check that one. Kentucky Sports Bible. But yes, we're going to another concert and I left the oven on again. Oh, Mitchell. Luckily, it don't matter none. Also take some saucepans. But yeah, we may end up having a little bit of a tough time finding a good time to stream for that. So Tuesday, keep if you're not in the Discord, you should check out the Discord if you're interested in catching up. It is just below there's a link just below the player. Anyways, I'll try to keep people in the know on that one because it's gonna be a tighter day because I actually have to be in office too, which is fun. I've already checked this house, haven't I? Well, that doesn't matter. It's gonna just collecting as much food as we can, really. Storing up as much as possible. But yeah, link to the Discord below. For Twitch. Anybody that's actually watching the VODs, if you're interested, go check out the Twitch channel. But yeah, I'm excited to go to another concert. I think it's been good to actually like go and do things, something I had not previously done a ton of when I live in Salt Lake. It's actually as much as I hate the way that Utah politics go typically, there have been some silver linings. I feel like people generally are quite or are coming around to being more uh, I'll say liberal generally, even if I also disagree with a lot of, and I'm not a centrist here. I gotta, I feel like I gotta specify, I'm not a centrist. Oh, is that somewhere people are were holing up? That might have something interesting in it. Oh, it's just boarded up. Nope, just bad part of town. The laundromats. But yeah, I exposing myself to more music generally too. Good, been good for me. Been listening to a lot of different ish stuff. Uh, I think I talked about it a little bit, but for the Machine Girl concert that we went to, that venue was awesome. We get getting essentially free VIP seating simply for showing up and having the audacity to be like, "Hey, we're interested in that. How much is it gonna be? It's a little expensive. Ah, whatever. We're at the concert. I don't care. I'll buy it. We'll pay for it." And then it turns out it was $100 each seat, but the person working the door was like, we waited like I don't know 20 some odd minutes, maybe not even 20, like 10 minutes, and the lady was just like, whatever, here's the wristband. That was really cool. It just goes to show you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, but also that being able to show up to that concert and um, not know who the openers were, and then having the openers turn out one of the openers turn out to be somebody that I actually am like, I've been an off and on fan for a hot minute, aka they don't put out a whole lot of stuff but I still like their music. Lust Sick Puppy, very breakcore. Supposedly Femtanil is a big influence for Femtanil is Lust Sick Puppy, which I find to be interesting, which like I can definitely see it in a couple of the limited Femtanil uh, works that I've listened to. But yeah, I love Less Sick Puppy. I love the sort of like breakcore type stuff. It's just it's fun, or at least I find it to be fun. Not for everybody, for sure, but like I don't think I've really listened to Machine Girl much. That was mostly a that was mostly a knife go, but then they they checked the openers and were like, "Hey, you got to check this out," and showed me, and I actually freaked out a little bit, being like, "Oh shit, that's somebody that I never thought I would be able to see live." And they put on a good performance. They helped perform. I think the last finale, the big finale song with the Machine Girl. And then there was Sextile that was also there. I Yeah, the encore song. I'm glad that they did one encore song cuz like the guy on the drums looked like he was just absolutely drenched in sweat. He came out without a shirt on and within one song was just drenched. So yeah, I'm really glad that they actually got the chance to take a second and like step away, cool down a little bit. But yeah, all of the performances were like stellar. I was very pleased. And then Sextile, I was just like, eh, it's not quite my kind of music. It's very electronic and like in a way that isn't exactly uh like I'm pretty understated in like all things. So yeah, I'm not like a mosher, I'm not a raver, I'm not a huge EDM person. So I there's stuff I was just like this is kind of fun. I was very happy that we got to sit on the VIP balcony just to be able to like cuz being in the pit, I'm not built for the pit. I'm a fragile little creature. I will simply fall apart. I'm not made for getting pushed around like that. But it was it was kind of Knife said this to me on our way back just like, "Oh yeah, it was kind of nice being up there. We got to look down at them like we were part of the Roman consulate. Just like, ah, yes, peasants. The peasants below us, they dance for our entertainment." It was it was fun. Again, I would not have uh I mean the music was good. I liked the music. I was not I'm not offended by it at all. I try to enjoy just about every genre if given the choice. There's some stuff that I don't enjoy as much as I said with Sextile. I was a little disappointed after the first act being Lustic Puppy. Kind of just downhill from there for me. Mm, you know what? We'll just read the book for another 2 hours. Got to learn maintenance somehow. I need to actually get my carpentry up too, because if we can get carpentry up enough that we can do rain barrels, that would be like the ideal. Hey, where the hell did that book go? Oh, okay. Put that somewhere I can actually look at it. Reminder that that's the one I'm reading. The Nightly Ritual of Wash. Our character isn't too Josefa isn't too tired or particularly beat up, but you know. But yeah, I need to take a look at some of the venues and who's playing at them this next summer. Talk to some of the buddies that I have and be like, "Hey, do you guys want to come to a concert or two?" Cuz like it's not the kind of activity that you get to like chat. You're so much nicer to her than you were to Carol. It's unreal. Justice for Carol. I wasn't that mean to Carol. Oh, I mean, Carol, it was like Carol did have to suffer a couple of times to actually get some progress. We did make her we did make Carol suffer trying to clear out a lot of Riverside's like snootier neighborhoods. That is true. Also, at least Carol got like a satisfying narrative ending, I would say, where the character immediately after that just kind of got eaten by the save, which is a bummer. Carol, I feel like we gave Carol a lot of personality on the way out, at the very least. It's just makes me a little bit just thinking about it. I'm like, man, I wish they'd given like any kind of warning specifically being like, "Hey, just so you know, we're removing Echo Creek and it will ruin forward compatibility for characters that spawned in with Echo Creek." Also, maybe it was Carol being mean to herself. Like we know the meta narrative of I'm playing the game, but what if Carol was just like, "It's okay. I'll just suffer through it. It'll make it all worthwhile. I'll fix the problem in the end. I will actually have somewhere that I can rest my head. One day of suffering. Just one day of suffering will mean that I don't need to worry about it anymore." Maybe Josefa is better at self-care generally. Perhaps. I don't know. I like trying to think of more than just I'm playing Zomboid. Baseball bat. We will be taking those. Like your little guys you're making up. It's fun to make up a little guy. Zomboid characters are just little guys that you take control of. Sure, you make them, but like it's a lot more interesting to be like, what were they like? What did they do? Like sure they were or all of our characters are burglars because I don't want to have to do the grind to get um, the ability to open it up, hijack a vehicle. Going Watsonian with it? Yeah. Like taking I'm merely the one taking control. Much like Omicron, they are a character beyond just me. And like that is very much the case with like fanfic. Sure, am I doing a little bit of fanfic here? Yeah. Whatever. I'm making fanfic of my own character. Hang on a second. Plumbabug the aphid. Hang on. That's going on the bed for sure. That should make me sleep better. You should be able to get the highest tier of rest if you have a pillow, a decent bed, and a little cute stuffed animal. Also, aphids, while obviously not uh like something that you want to have in a garden, they're kind of cute. They're cute in their own way. Bumbabug the aphid. I didn't know that they added more. It's classified as a bug. That's cute. Um, I mean, you gotta have something for. Gotta have something for ladybugs to eat. That's why ladybugs are generally a good thing to have in your garden. Why people pay so much to have them around, to import them essentially. Oh, I left the oven on again. Classic, classic. Empty pot. They're cute, and as a bonus, they attract ladybugs since ladybugs eat them. Exactly. Aphids, pretty cute. Everything's kind of cute in its own way. You gotta accept it as it is. You can't be like, oh no, it doesn't look like a puppy. It's kind of ugly because of that. Okay, okay, straw man that I just made up. Okay, straw man that thinks everything has to be as cute as a puppy or a kitten. Yeah, I think it can take digging for tubers style. Yeah, exactly. It is what it is. Wishing for it to be anything different than that is a fool's errand. Why not? Why not it be digging for tubers? Why not? It's eating all of my. It's eating all of my food. What's her weight looking like? Josefa still is a little bit underweight. Her fitness is slightly lower too. I need to do like burpees or something. I need to have Josefa get home and to do burpees for like an hour and then uh, read their book, figure out a nice way to actually like have a consistent schedule for our zomboid characters. Because I feel like a lot of the time I'm just like, whatever, we're just going out and about. Although speaking of out and about, I think we're gonna call it here. We're at about 3 hours. I had fun streaming today. Ah, 2 days ago I achieved my 1,000 hours of stream time. Thank you everybody that does end up watching and everything. Thank you, Knife, as always. Who's live right now? Bub playing games. You know, people don't really be streaming on Sunday. We'll go raid Bub. Go say hi to them. Anyways, thank you again, everybody, for tuning in, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, or whatever time it is for you. Peace.